Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining me once again. I want to respond to something that is just completely disgusting to me, and that is New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani, and his response and the words that he had to say about America assisting Israel in the striking, if you will, of Iran. Now, let me just say this up front. There's a lot of controversy as to why America, under the leadership of President Donald Trump, decided to join in with Israel in striking Iran. Some say this is all about protecting Israel. I'm not here to get into this. I'm not here to debate that. My main emphasis, and they have a good argument. They have a good argument on it. But my main emphasis in this particular video and in most of my videos is exposing socialism and communism. Exposing socialism and communism. And that's what I'm going to do here. And Zohran Mamdani is a classic line communist because all of this talk of condemning President Trump and what he has done is completely hypocritical because tens of thousands of people, according to reports, have lost their lives. When we get into this, under that horrible, extremist, radical Islamic regime, and Zohran didn't say a cotton-picking word. But now all of a sudden you want to have something to say about this strike against Iran. Let's get right into this because he is getting a lot of condemnation from others who say the same thing, that Zohran is not in a position to be the moral avatar of America or anyone for that matter. You already screwing up New York, and you haven't even been in office, what? You've been in office, what, 2 minutes? Come on. U.S. and New York lawmakers are blasting socialist mayor Zohran Mamdani for his post condemning the joint U.S.-Israeli attack on Iran that led to the death of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah, I can't pronounce his name. Quote, it takes a particular kind of audacity or ignorance for a city mayor to appoint himself the conscience of American foreign policy while his constituents step over garbage on their way to work, Representative Nancy Mace wrote on X as she reposted his comment. As Breitbart News reported, Mamdani has been criticized for garbage accumulation in the streets, partly enabled by this winter's snowstorms. And that could be, I don't want to get into the logistics of that. That could be based on all kinds of, problems. I'm not going to readily blame Mamdani for the garbage situation. I think that may have been a situation when the former mayor was in office, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to even condemn him on this. I'm going to talk about his response to this war situation, or what could be not necessarily a war, but a assisting of Israel. Okay. Mace added, "quote History will not remember his bravery. It will not remember him at all." And I guess this is what he says. This is what Mamdani says. Today's military strikes on Iran carried out by the United States and Israel mark a catastrophic escalation in an illegal war of aggression, bombing cities, killing civilians, opening a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. They do not want another war in pursuit. Oh, man, please. Anyway, on Saturday, as United States and Israel were conducting a joint strike, Mamdani blasted the Trump administration's decision in its X post, which as of Sunday has been viewed nearly 36 million times and generated nearly 65,000 comments, an overwhelming number of them appearing critical. Mamdani did not mince words in his post, writing, quote, I'm going to read that again. Today's military strikes on Iran carried out by the United States and Israel marks a catastrophic escalation in an illegal war of aggression, bombing cities, killing civilians, opening a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. They do not want another war in pursuit of regime change. They want relief from the, watch this now. This is what got me. They want relief from the affordability crisis. They want peace. Mamdani, you are in no position to be even talking. You are stone cold communist. You are in no position to be talking about affordability. You are hurting New Yorkers. But let's go on. I am focused on making sure that every New Yorker is safe. I've been in contact with our police commissioner and emergency management officials. We are taking proactive steps, including increasing coordination across agencies and enhancing patrol of sensitive locations out of abundance of caution. Additionally, I want to speak directly to Iranian New Yorkers. You are part of the fabric of the city. You are our neighbors, small business owners, students, artists, workers, and community leaders. You will be safe here. The mayor's detractors jumped on the first paragraph, and this is what some of them have said. Comrade Mayor is rooting for the Ayatollah. GOP Senator Ted Cruz posted on X. They can chant together, you know. And another says, how is it that you can differentiate between good and evil? Billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ackman posted, why is this so hard for you? You know, others went after the notion of safety. I don't feel safe in New York listening to someone like you, Mamdani, who sympathizes with the regime that killed more than 30,000 unarmed Iranians in less than 24 hours. Iranian-American journalist, can't pronounce the name, wrote on X. He continued, we Iranians do not allow you to lecture us about war while you had nothing to say when the Islamic Republic shot, this is what hurts me, shot schoolgirls and blinded more than 10,000 innocent people in the streets. You were busy celebrating the Hajj while women of my beloved country, Iran, were jailed and raped by Islamic security forces for removing it. And that's about all I'm going to read, right? You can read the rest of the article in the description box below. I just wanted to just make a comment on the insanity of this whole thing. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of controversy as to why America is joining in. Many people, including other YouTube content creators, I'm not going to name who, have said that this is all about helping Israel or the Zionists, you know, and why are we over there helping them when we shouldn't be doing it? You know, the same old thing. Okay, and I get it. I get that argument. But like I said, that's not what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to hone in on Mamdani. Okay, he is in no moral position to say anything about what's going on over there. You can't even fix your own city, man. Just about everybody is coming up against this man. And he has the nerve to say that what they're doing over there in Iran is just what America is doing over there in Iran is just uncalled for. I mean, really, what position do you have? And as one person posted on X about which is very deplorable to me, 30,000 people, their own people were unalived, and then thousands were blinded. Are you serious? Are you serious? Listen. Regardless of what people think about America, American imperialism, America going over in other countries and trying to change their countries and do this and do that and trying to westernize everything, regardless of what other countries may feel about that, okay, you're not going to get me to believe that when America goes over there, they go over there poking people's eyes out and slaughtering a bunch of innocent people. That's usually the result of extremist Islamic groups or communist groups for that matter. But in this sense, extreme Islamic groups who hate the fact that America is coming over there, right? Whether it's a regime change or not. They hate the fact that America's coming over there to change things up. And this is how they're going to respond to it. We're going to slaughter thousands of our own people and poke their eyes out and blind them however way they did it, because we want our people to submit to our oppressive regime. Try telling Iranians that in their own country. Now, I'm not talking about Iranian Americans here that are in America and they're out in the street shouting and rejoicing. I really don't that to me is kind of like, it's bittersweet, because Iranian Americans are here. They safe. You know what I mean? And maybe let me take that back, because, you know, they probably have they probably migrated from their country, migrated over here, and they know how Iran was, and they decided to come over here. And now that they see that the Iranians that their own people have been freed from this horrible leader, they're rejoicing. So you could argue that too. Some have said, well, there's these videos that you see of Iranian Americans rejoicing over what has happened in Iran is paid individuals and it's all paid for. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure Iranians, and I'm just taking a wild guess, I'm pretty sure Iranians in Iran right now are not like, oh, America, you coming here to oppress us. Why did you do this? Please help. No, we don't need your help. Really? I highly, highly, highly doubt that. And for Mamdani to sit up here and make a moral judgment call, he is totally out of place. Bro, you can't even fix your own freaking city. You are in no moral position, Mamdani. You are in no moral position to judge what Trump is doing and America's doing, whatever the reason may be. Whatever the reason may be. Okay? And it's crazy because at the same time, it makes sense because number one, he's a communist. And number two, he's Muslim. No offense, but you would think that, hey, all this stuff, as the article was saying, the person was saying in a particular post on X, all this stuff that was going over there, all the slaughtering and the evils committed by the Ayatollah over there, and you didn't say anything, Mamdani. You didn't say a word. You didn't say, hey, that's not in the Quran. Hey, that's too extreme. That's not how we do things. He didn't say anything, evidently. But now all of a sudden you want to say something? Man, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, sir. You are, and I'm not going to even call him sir. He is not in a position, Mamdani, and I know you're not watching this. You are not in a position, a moral position to judge what's going on over there in Iran. You are not in that position, bro. You're not in a position. You need to keep your mouth shut. But that's what I wanted to say about that because I wanted to respond to it because the hypocrisy of this man is amazing. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. He is a communist, and communists throughout history are known to lie. He lied to the New Yorkers in order to get in, and now that he's gotten in, and all the rich people, truly rich people are leaving, all the people that's going to pay for his socialist programs are going to be the middle class. I don't believe that man is going to change anything. Socialists and communists in positions of power and authority usually don't. Why should they? Why should they? Why should they? They ain't going to change, and he's not going to change. He's in power now. You got him now. Now he's going to do what he wants to do. And let somebody make him resign, and I don't know exactly how that's done. I'm going to have to research that. I don't know exactly how that's done, but if it gets extreme enough in New York City to the point where it gets so utterly bad that people are going to force him to resign or do something else, if you know what I'm talking about, then it might just take that. It might just take that. It might just take that, unfortunately. But communists do what communists do. They lie. They give you a Trojan horse of goodies and free this and free that and free that. I don't know how many times people have said nothing is free, boo-boo. Somebody got to pay for all these programs that these socialists and communists are pushing. When are Americans going to wake up and see that? This is communism, folks, and we can go all day around of Zionism and all this other kind of stuff. I'm focusing on what we can stop, and that is voting these communists in office. If we can recognize these communists and socialists for who and what they are, we can help ease some of the craziness that's going on in politics. We can ease it. It may not completely stop anything, but let's work on the local level. Let's work on the ground level and stop voting for these socialists and communists. That's what we need to do. Once we recognize who they are and their rhetoric and the package they present, then we can say, oh, don't fool with them. It sounds good, but it ain't good, bro. It ain't good, sister. So I just wanted to say that. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.